Hello, hello, it's June Olson with Junebug Creations, independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator coming to you live from Whitefish, Montana. And you can see the sun is shining in and it's kind of disrupting our color, but we're just going to go with it for now because that's what we've got to work with. Luckily, it is not disrupting the color here, so that's a good thing. So I wanted to come on because I didn't make it last week. I'm not going to give you excuses. It just didn't happen. So I am going to do this today, and then tomorrow, yes, tomorrow, what time? Thursday, excuse me, Thursday morning at 11:30, I'll be going live with the paper pumpkin with this month's kit. All right, I haven't even opened it. See, I haven't peeked or anything. So the Autumn Abundance September kit, we're going to do this Thursday morning. But I wanted to get in here and I wanted to show you the scrapbook page that I had created. Hi, Missy. I had cased part of the idea from Amanda Farlinger, who does scrapbooking and has always done scrapbooking as a demonstrator. And I really liked her idea, so I kind of used some of her ideas and I wanted to share that with you because I am jumping back into scrapbooking. So who's with me on that? Am I giving up card making? No, no, don't panic. I'm not giving up card making. I will still have classes for card making, but I'm going to start adding classes for scrapbooking because that was my first passion, was scrapbooking. So let's go ahead and switch to this camera. So the time for cake, it was 3 different designs, 3 of each design. You get your no-fail instructions. I did not do any other alternates on this kit, but I will be with the Autumn Abundance. I'm going to get back into the swing of things. We have fewer and fewer doctor appointments, so I should be able to get something solidified and have the same time each week for Paper Pumpkin Playdate again. Now I'm just trying to figure out what day is going to work the best. So getting there. So here are the cards in person that we made. You can see nice shine to it, and we did some stamping as well. And then there's this one, the hooray, it's time for cake. Love the fork, the little brass fork. And then this one was our 3D one, Make-A-Wish. And when you open it up, it pulls out like that. All right, I'm actually going to make one of these for my uncle who just turned 90, my dad's brother. So super cute. I think it's nice and special for a special uncle. All right, so, and yes, I'm late. That just seems to be life lately, working on making changes. All right, so let's do a 12 by 12 layout. I decided to use my son's birthday from earlier this year. I don't have the pictures printed. That's one of the reasons I got out of scrapbooking, is because I was forgetting to print those pictures because of everything being so digital, right? How many of you are having the same? Is my camera changing colors on me? What's the deal here? It looks like it's going yellow and then white and then yellow. How bizarre. I don't know. I wonder if this camera is dying. Does that happen? Do cameras die? I don't know. There, now, like, see, it went white and then it went yellow. What is up with that? Let's see. I don't know. I thought I had it set, but I don't know. All right, let's just roll with it. So we have our Night of Navy 12 by 12 paper. Right now, you can only get the packs in family colors, but they are working on, hopefully, bringing you to be able to where you can just get a pack of all one color. So right now you can buy the 12 by 12 papers in family colors. So in neutrals, regals, brights, subtles, and in colors. All right. So then what I'm going to do is, what I did is I took this card base piece. I already got this all set up for us, and I cut this part off. All right, so I cut this part off. We're gonna go right about here. Oh, I know what I forgot. I forgot a strip. Let's see. I might actually, yep, we're going to go with the wild wheat because I think this is one of the colors in there. Now, y'all know wild wheat is not my favorite, but you know, wild wheat is. But it matches this, so we're going to go with the wild wheat. I just want to have one strip to just kind of lighten things up. I know it's for a boy and everything, but I just want to kind of lighten things up a little bit. So we're going to go with a wild wheat strip, but it's not going to be full on. We're going to kind of cover it like this. All right. That way it's not full on. There we go. And then we're going to come in here, and what I did was I cut out the cake. All right, I cut out the cake, and I went ahead and left this. I've seen some people cut it out all the way, but I wanted the plate there. I didn't want just a piece of cake. So we're just gonna butt this right up against our edge here. And that way we're gonna pull this out a little bit. All right, I'm not gluing anything down until I have it exactly the way I want it. And then I have 3 different strips. So this is from one of the card bases. This is from one of the card bases. And this is one of the strips that were in there for something, for one of the cards. It's all from the kit. Trust me, it's all from the kit. So I'm going to take these. Oh, I forgot to even bring my adhesives. It's a lot easier to do scrapbooking and whatnot when you have your adhesives. All right. Oh, I don't want the scissors. Here we go. And I don't want the glue. I want the scissors. So I want to cut this at an angle. All right. And I'm going to do that one at an angle too. All right. And then I'm just going to kind of layer them a little bit like that. So it's a little different. I don't want them all the same. There we go. Like that. And then I'm going to put those right there. All right. You know what? Let's angle this. Let's just keep it all at an angle. All right. So I'm going to do this. Have this like that. We got to keep that inside the page. We want this over here. And we want these. Okay, I want my candles straight, even though they're all wonky on there. And we're going to have that come out like that. All right. I want to butt that up against here. All right. So then what I did is I snagged these placeholders, these photo placeholders from the scrapbooking kits, because I wanted them to be able to hold my place. So I'm going to print out the 4x6 cards and use it. So what I am doing, I'm using this as the back, and this is one of the card bases. So I'm going to use this as the backing, and then I'm going to tuck this under here like that. And that way I remember, okay, that's where I want my cards. Now I'm not going to tack this down. I am going to tack this down, but it just allows me to remember where I wanted my cards. And that, I really like that in these new scrapbook kits, because that will be great if you're like doing the page and you think, wow, I don't even know what pictures I'm going to use here yet, but I want to create this page. So I know what pictures. I went through my phone and looked. I just don't want to send 2 pictures to Walgreens. I'd rather gather more pictures, and so I need to go through, gather more pictures so I can do the Halloween scrapbook kit, so I can do the fall one and the winter one. So I want to send all those pictures at the same time. And then we have our little candle here. We're going to do that one right there. We're going to put that one up on dimensionals. It was for his 19th birthday. 19th. No, he turned 20. Oh, he turned 20. Was it the 19th that I was looking at? Now I'm not even sure. So I'm not going to tack this down because now I have to go double check. Was I looking at the 19th birthday or the 20th? If it was just this year, then it would have been the 20th birthday. Oh, so, yeah, I'm not sure. All right. So let's see, that was the husband calling. I need to turn it on Do Not Disturb. I stole some balloons out of here, so hold on, we're gonna move this over a little bit more and put this back over here. All right, I'm just gonna tell him real quick that I'm live because he's gonna keep calling otherwise, because I didn't put it in the calendar. All right. That's what happens when you do impromptu. If you don't notify your family, then they start to call. All right. So, hello, Covina. Is he here? Is he doing better? I sure trust he's doing better, Covina. Oh my goodness. That's just terrible. All right, so we're going to put these right here like this. I'm going to pop those up on dimensionals. We're going to hold off on this. I was going to put this down here. We have our little fork. I'm going to put that over here. And then we have our twine. All right, so we're going to do one from here down. All right, one from there. Where we go. There we go. One from there and one from the center one. All right, so we've got those. All right, so now we're gonna start tacking things down. And of course you have to tack from the bottom up. We built it from the top down, now we have to tack it down from the bottom up. It's hard to tell with the stripes, but I think the angle on your blue strip is under the cake. Nope, it's over here. It's over here. I got it. This is the straight. These are the straight edges. But yeah, the stripe would make it a little more challenging. All right, so we're gonna build up. So we're gonna move this, and 4 by 6 would be too large, but I'll make sure I cut it so it works. So I want that one there, so I'm gonna take my glue. And I didn't used to use, let's see, I didn't used to use wet glue with my scrapbook pages, but Stampin' Up's papers are so much thicker than what I used to use that I don't mind. All right. Oh, there's always something, right? All right, let's see if we can get all the old glue off. And then get this one going. All right, where am I gonna set that? I'll set that right there. All right, let's try this again. So, Stampin' Up papers are thicker. So I don't mind using the multi-purpose glue. Now, I don't use it on my photos. I'm still old photos. All right, and I just remembered that I forgot to stamp the background, so now I'm gonna have to be really careful around this one. I was going to stamp, where is it? Well, I was going to stamp numbers, but now I don't remember what birthday I was choosing, so I'm going to use the balloons and stamp those. I can't believe I stamped the 19, so I'm hoping that's what it is. Otherwise, I will have to use the white side of it, which would be okay too. All right. So I'm just gonna stamp a few balloons around this. Like that, and just to kind of give it a little bit of pattern. And we only have the 2 balloons, so it's all good. You don't have to overdo it. I'm just kind of give it a little bit of a border. All right. And stamp this in between. Just random. changing directions a little bit. Now I'm not putting them upside down or anything. All right. I'm just doing wonky side to side kind of thing. All right, we might have something in there, and that's probably good. All right, so then we will do that with this one. All right. There we go. Lay that down. And then I'm going to go ahead and kind of leave this as a pocket. So I'm just going to put it on this side and down below and up here. I want to be able to stick my photos in there. So I'm going to leave it kind of as a pocket. I think I wanted it right about there. And before I glue it all the way down, I wanted to stick this under there. Ooh, almost dropped it. That would have been bad news. Bad news. That would have been super bad news. All right, so I'm going to slip this under here. Yeah. So remembering what you did before you start gluing would be key. So wipe those two spots off of glue. All right, so there we go. All right, now I'm going to put this on dimensionals because I want that to be popped up a little bit. Now in my scrapbooks, I don't use a ton of dimension because then you won't be able to close your books if you use a ton of dimension. But every now and then, a little bit of dimension is great, and dimensionals are really not that thick. There are so many other things that you can use in your scrapbooks that add lots of bulk, and so you want to be careful and not do really bulky things in your scrapbooks or they won't lay flat. And if you have bulky items kind of protruding from one page, it can mess up your photos on the other page. So you want to kind of be aware of that. But dimensionals don't add enough bulk to worry about, and there's no sharp edges. All right, so we're going to go ahead. Do I get them all off? Yep. We're going to go ahead and put this over here like that. All right, and then we were going to put a dimensional one here. That looks like it's a little big. Let's use a little one. There we go. And then, whoops. That's what happens. Glue just likes to get everywhere. Put a little bit of glue there so it sticks to my cake. Like that. All right, and I still have these pockets, so that's where I'll be able to put my photos. All right, like that. All right, photos like that. And when I get the photos printed, I will show you what it looks like. So here we're going to go ahead and use dimensionals for our fork. Again, it's still not super popped up. It's not super bulky, so you're still okay with that. Come on. So what I have noticed, and I don't know, have any of the rest of you noticed that the dimensionals from the paper pumpkin kits are thicker than our regular dimensionals? And when you order a package of dimensionals, the paper pumpkin ones are a little bit thicker, a little bit fatter. All right, so we're going to do that. All right, and then we're going to stick, all right, I have to lift that because I forgot I need to stick these under there, right? So we'll put a little squiggle of glue on the back of that. Like that. Little squiggle of glue like this. I get it too close? Oh, I did. There we go. That one. Where's my other one? And a little squiggle of glue here. There we go. All right. Now I do have the line here where it was part of the fold. I'm just not worried about it. I don't think people are going to pay that close attention to it. And if they do, well, then they do. The other option you could do is just kind of pretend like that was laying down, but I decided I was just not even going to worry about it or stress about it. So here we go with our balloons. Again, we're going to use dimensionals. All right, we'll do 2 dimensionals here, 2 dimensionals here, and 4 dimensionals on this one. All right, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to lift this dimensional and stick, there goes one of my shorter ones. Yeah, the shortest one because it's lower. So I'm going to stick this right up under the dimensional, so the dimensional is going to hold it there. All right. Same with this. Hold that up a little bit. Come on. And then fold this one back a little bit. All right. Oh, gotta do this big one first. And the reason I did the big one first was just to make sure it fit. All right. And then I'm going to do this one over here. And it's okay if it runs down over the picture. It's not a problem. Sure, there's nothing in the picture that can't be changed a little bit. There we go. And then what I'm going to do is just kind of tie them like this. All right, come on. I don't want to pull too hard because I don't want to pull them out. Go. Put all 3 of those through there, like that. You might be thinking, June, you're doing this for a boy? Well, my son's favorite colors are pink and purple still at age 20. So it's okay that there's pink in here. There's still also blue and everything else. So then what I'll do is I'll attach this here when I verify the birthday. Can you believe that? I don't even remember which birthday. I stamped this, but the big pictures in my mind are from this year. So yeah, so that will go on after. And then also the other thing that will go on after is the hooray. Once I have the pictures, I will do a hooray. Because I need it. Well, you know what? Here we go. Let's do the hooray. I was going to do it in a different color using the die. Then I decided not to. But here, this is what we can do. We can cut it out. All right, we can cut it out. So that will work. And then I'm just using more of the card base. Okay. So here we go. We'll just kind of cut around it to kind of give it that shadow look. Now that you can get right, here we go. So how many scrapbooks have you done? How many scrapbooks have you done? I have not counted. Let me see if I can count for you. I have a Halloween album from when he was little, but I'm not caught up with that. So that's why I want to get that done. And I have a double camping album set, so 2 volumes for camping. I have 2 volumes so far for Christmas. So I'm a theme scrapbooker. Are you a theme scrapbooker or are you a chronological? So I'm a theme scrapbooker, and then within that theme, I'm chronological. So the Halloween is all chronological inside it, but it's just Halloween. The Christmas is all chronological inside it, but it's all just Christmas. Christmas and snowy, kind of into January. And then I have the camping one, that's all chronological inside, but it's just camping trips. I have the school albums, which then each album is by year, or there might be 2 years in one. Actually, it's more by school. So I have 2 for his international school that he did for 3 years. And then I have the next school that he went to, 2 albums, and he did that one for 2 grades. And then the next school he went to, I haven't even started, and that one will be, I think I have 2 albums. Nope, I have 1 album for that, so I'm gonna have to squeeze that into 1 album. He was only there, well, no, he was there for 2.5 years. So anyways, I'm a theme album. Let's see. So Kavina, oh my, a lot. 11 kids. Each one got 2. You had 11 kids, Kavina? Each one got 2 to 6 albums, depending when I got the kid and how old they were. My bio kids, at least 6. Okay. So you had adopted kids or foster kids? Oh my gosh, that's a lot of scrapbooking. You were a busy mama. Woo. Woo. That's amazing. So, all right, so here we have the hooray. And I'm going to do that right there. And I feel like it needs a little more sparkle, but I'm not sure what I'm going to sparkle it with. So I'm just going, I might use some Wink Estella just to shimmer it up. But for now, I'm just going to leave it like this. Whew. There we go. Can you see it? You can see it. Adopted, guardianship, foster kids. Wow. That's why I said I knew you way back when. Yeah, if you'd known me way back when, yeah, with all those. But way back when, I wasn't teaching scrapbooking. I was just learning it myself, or not even married. And I started scrapbooking before I even got married the second time. Yeah, Stampin' Up. Now, Stampin' Up's been around that long. So, yeah, if you had known somebody from Stampin' Up back then, yeah, they had lots of scrapbooking and everything there. Super fun page. Thank you, Missy. Yeah, so I got to figure this out. And then what I'll probably do is untie it and put this on there like that. And then I'll tack it down with dimensionals. So when I get the pictures, I'll show you what it looks like. But this is just the layout. And like I said, I got this from Amanda Farlinger. And aren't you proud of me for using wild wheat? That like never happens. But it worked with this one because they had wild wheat in here. So it goes, and it just kind of helped brighten it up, right? It kind of helped brighten it up. You like the page? Thank you. Thank you. I altered hers a little bit, but similar idea. I think she used actually a yellow here, but I felt like that would have been too in my face. So I went with the wild wheat. And who knows, maybe she used wild wheat and I just thought that it was yellow. because it did kind of brighten up the page. So I altered it just a little bit, but essentially, yeah, so this will be Kitar's birthday page. I just have to figure out if it's the 19th or the 20th. So now I got to go to my phone and go look, and then I got to start making a folder of pictures to send to Walgreens to pick up the prints. I don't like to print them myself. I don't have a printer for that. And when I did have a printer for that, I found, and this is just personal experience, everybody has their thing. I found that those pictures didn't last as long. They faded faster. So I don't do my own printing anymore. I would rather take it. And right now I'm using Walgreens because they're here local and they're quick and easy for me to get to because my chiropractor is right next door and I go there twice a week with my parents. So yeah, that'll be the easiest way that I do it. And then if I have a big amount, then I send them to Shutterfly because my Costco account got switched over to Shutterfly. So then I use that when I have a big amount, but I'm not there. I'm not at the big amount yet. I'm still at the Walgreens amount. So, all right, a few things, and now see, this is all white. That was all yellow. I don't understand. I got to figure out what's going on with that camera. A few things I wanted to mention is World Card Making Day is coming up on October 5th. I put an announcement or a notice on my page here and just want you to know that this is a 1-hour free special event through Stampin' Up. You'll want to register for it and then let me know that you registered and that you want to do my World Card Making Day. It's going to be a free craft along. All right, so we're going to start at 1 o'clock and then at 2 o'clock to 3 o'clock we'll do the World Card Making Day. If I can't make it work to where I can share it, then we'll hop out of the Zoom room, watch it, and then come back together and craft for another few hours. So it's going to be from 1 to, what time did I say? 1 to, I'm looking, 1 to 5, I want to say. Yeah, 1 to 5. So 4 hours, but one of those hours will be the Stampin' Up! World Card Making Day. And we're going to be using, they are going to be using, so I'll be using this set of stuff. Now, some of it is not available. Sadly, they sold out when they started announcing World Card Making Day, but you can use anything you own. Okay, so what I would say, if you don't have this stuff, this is the Calming Crete cards, the Fully Flowering Ephemera Pack, the Saying Something Ephemera Pack, and the Something for Everyone. If you don't have these, then just do some pre-stamping and cutting of some dies that you can use and get yourself and just create some bases so that you could do that. They're also going to show some other things using cards, using note cards. That's what this is. And then they are going to be using the Simply Said stamp set. But if you don't have all this, it's okay. Use what you have. All right, and my event is also going to be a free event. It's going to be on Zoom, so anybody can come at any time during the 1 through 5 time slot, which is Mountain Time for me. So anytime during that time, you can put your name on the post, or you can put your name in here, World Card Making Day. I just would like you to register for Stampin' Up's event in the case that I can't stream it into the Zoom. If for some reason, you know, technical issues and how they go sometimes. If I can't figure out how to stream it, or if it's not working or people can't hear, that's been an issue in the past. If you can't hear it, then we'll just pop out of the room, watch it, and then come back to the room, and then we'll still have 2 more hours to craft together, and crafting whatever you want to bring to craft on. It can be stamping, it can be card making, it can be scrapbooking, it can be sewing. You'll have to be on mute because the machine's loud. It can be crocheting, it can be knitting, it can be staining tables, right, Covina? Whatever you want. It'll just be, let's get together and craft and make a day of it, because we did 2 hours on Saturday and the 2 hours were gone that fast and we were like, whoa, we're done already? Darn, we could have all kept going. So I thought for World Card Making Day, we'll do 4 hours together, one of which hour will be with the Stampin' Up! Event, and then all together. And you can just bring whatever, even though it's World Card Making Day, if you're making cards, fantastic. If you're not, I'm not going to say you can't come just because you're not making cards. That's not me. So if you can do it, great, do it. But let me know either on that post or on this post that you're going to want the link for the World Card Making Day, and then register with Stampin' Up! As well. And it's free. It's free for me and it's free with them. All right. And then the Paper Pumpkin special, you have until October 10th to get your first kit for 40% off. So that's $10 off. Yeah, so you can get the kit for $15. You get $10 off. If you are a first-time subscriber, or at least if you're not a first-time subscriber, you need to be using a new email that you have not used with Paper Pumpkin before. So if you want to get your Paper Pumpkin subscription going again, that's a great way to do it. If you have more questions, please just drop me a note, and drop me a note with the question and I will be happy to answer. So have a great rest of your evening, everybody. Great to see you on here. Thanks so much for joining me, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.